Is it on? Just trying to make sure it's on because it's been a minute. Anyways, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long, I'm kind of nervous again. I feel like I'm filming my first video all over again, but I'm sorry, I've been like lifing and I haven't been on this channel. Honestly, when was my last video? Literally 7 months ago. That is ridiculous. Anyways, guys, yeah, so today I just wanted to do like an updated Q&A because it's been 7 months and I feel like there's been so much that has happened in 7 months. So I wanted to update you guys and answer some questions. I did put up a poll or like, ask me questions thing on Instagram, and I made my coffee. We have a donut, breakfast for champs, and then lip gloss because these are essential while filming. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. As you can see, I did cut my hair. I feel like I just wanted like a fresh start, something new. And so I literally just chopped it. And I don't know, I feel like right now it's already growing. Like, look at, it's already growing. So I feel like I do need a trim, but I'm debating if I want to trim or if I'm just going to let it grow and just have to thug it out through the awkward stage, because we all know how that goes. This top is from Rare Fit. I do have the pants on too. Literally so cute. I was feeling the pink and silver today, so that's what we're giving. Makeup on fleek as always. Okay, let's get started because I feel like I'm just rambling. Okay, so from 7 months to now, let's just talk about it. So I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up. First things first, is there new Vega dropping soon? Yes, there is, you guys. I've been working on it. It's been like a few months since I've last dropped, but that's because I will be attending a pop-up in September. It's called Heated Soul. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna have a booth. I'm gonna have exclusive drops. I am gonna bring Nude and Champagne back. Oh yeah, guys, I haven't even talked about it on this channel, but I have a brand. It's called Vega. And right now I just have lashes. I've only sold lashes, but obviously later on down the road and once I get the hang of things, because I feel like there's so much that goes into a business that you kind of just don't even know until it pops up. And so I'm slowly learning those things. I'm learning I'm just learning how to do it, I've never had a brand before. So you live and you learn. And yeah, so I definitely want to eventually become a cosmetics line. And the reason why I chose Vega was because that is my last name. And obviously, I'm a fiance, so when I get married, I am leaving my last name behind. And so that's something that I wanted to carry with me through my brand, and that way I'll always have it. And also, I feel like it's just so cute and simple. I also feel like it's very timeless, I feel like. And I just feel like it could be so many things. Like, I could see Vega being a cosmetics line. I could see it being a clothing line. Like, it's beautiful. I feel like it's beautiful. It's simple. It's 4 letters. One thing about me is I'm beautiful and simple too. I do have a lot of plans, a lot of things in store for Vega, but right now I've kind of just been taking a break from dropping because I am getting ready for the pop-up in September. It'll be September 28th, so make sure you guys come out. It's at the Avondale Sports Complex here in Phoenix, Arizona, so be there or be square. Do we plan on getting a new vehicle soon? Yes, we do. We're almost done paying off our car that we have currently, so we're probably gonna finish paying that off and then get a bigger car, so that way we can have 2 cars, because right now we only have 1 car. And it's just not the business. Yeah, because there's times where like I have appointments and Jordan has appointments and we have to kind of like work with each other's schedule. And so one of us is like stuck at home, and we definitely don't like that. We used to have 2 cars. We had a Mercedes and then we had our Genesis. We got rid of the Mercedes and just kept the Genesis because we weren't driving the Mercedes as much. But back then I just feel like we really weren't doing a lot. But now we have 3 kids. appointments, and we're just very busy these days. So we definitely need a second car. Now we're gonna get into talking about my brush job, because obviously I know you see them. So I got them done May 10th. Today it's August, so I'm almost 3 months post-op, right? May, June, July. Yeah, 3 months post-op. The swelling has gone down so much. And they are slowly dropping. I could probably put like a before, like a day one picture up here, and then I'll do like what they look like right now. But I'm trusting the process. It takes up to 3 to 6 months for you to like see your actual full results. But I'm seeing my results every day and I love them. I did go to Dr. Taneja, and I hope I'm saying his name right because I've heard people call him Taneja, but I called him Taneja when I even like met him and had surgery, and he didn't correct me. So yeah, but I did do 470 cc. I did do under the muscle and high profile, so that way once they drop, I'm always gonna have cleavage. They're always gonna be cute and look nice. You guys, I had sandbags before, and if you're a mom, you could probably feel my pain because it was horrible. Like there'd be times where I'm like bending over to grab something, and if I only had a shirt on, I could literally hear my boobs clap, and it was just not the business. And it was definitely something that I didn't like, and it was from breastfeeding, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. I also had 3 babies, so your body changes a lot. And yeah, they were very sad. That's why I got my breasts done. A lot of people ask me if I regret it. I definitely don't regret it because now every time I look in the mirror, I'm not seeing freaking sandbags. So Dr. Taneja definitely did his thing, and I'm super duper happy that I did go to him because there was a lot of like, because I had to get a lift. So I got a lift. They went under, up, and then around the areola. I literally cannot even see my scars around the areola or down. It's called like an anchor. I can see the scars below right here, but I am putting on my like scar cream, and I'm also using like bio oil. I know my body, and I personally don't scar that bad. So once I am fully healed, I'm pretty sure the scarring is gonna be less noticeable. And also like those are areas that you can hide. Like no one really sees that part. I don't know, maybe like a bikini that's just like giving some under boob. I don't know. But even then, like your boobs are dropping. So kind of like your boobs kind of like sit over it, if that makes sense. That's how mine are right now. How are you feeling mentally, physically, and emotionally? So mentally, I feel like I am in such a great mindset lately. I'm not gonna like talk too much about this, but I am like opening my Bible and like doing my like journaling, something that has helped me a lot because a few months ago I feel like I was just in like a really nasty state of mind, I guess you could say, and I just felt like my heart was really rotten, just because I was so negative about certain things. I was dealing with my own like problems, like with myself, like mentally. And I don't know if it was like the surgery blues from having like my breasts done, or if it was postpartum, because it could have been like a little bit of both. I didn't want to believe that it was postpartum because I don't know, I feel like I've experienced postpartum and it wasn't as bad. So I'm thinking it was maybe just the surgery blues, because even after getting my BBL, I also went through like a little depression stage because your I can't even talk. Your hormones and everything are kind of like, I guess your body in general is kind of going through like a shock. Yeah, so I just felt like really icky and like gross, and I just felt like I really wasn't myself. So I'm slowly but surely, just trying to get on the right path, get right with God. But also, the scary thing about putting that out there is that like literally so many people are going to judge every little thing you do, every move you make, or they're going to make their comments, because you are trying to change your life. Like they're going to laugh at you, or I don't know, I guess they're obviously, if they're not used to it, they're not used to being around people like that. I feel like it's very easy for them to judge someone who is trying to change their life and, you know, choose God. But I really don't care what people have to say. I know me and I know my heart. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. Even the most Christianest of the most Christian person probably sins, because we're human. And so if you're doing that to someone, or if you see that they are taking that leap of faith and they're trying to go down that journey, like, don't be so quick to judge them, or, you know, like, don't be mean about that stuff, because I just feel like it's a very, like, I don't know, like, I want to say vulnerable, like, you know what I mean, like a vulnerable state that they're probably in, you know, trying to choose God and like learn about him and figure out like what they want. But anyways, that's that. Don't be rude. People are out here trying, okay? Trying to be better, so don't be rude. Physically, I am good, but I am finally getting back in the gym. I'm going to be going back to the gym next week, and I'm super duper excited. I did have to take some time off because I got surgery, and I wanted to be very, very careful before going back. So now that I'm good and clear to go back to the gym, I'm going to get back in the gym because I could see my body changing. And when I was going to the gym consistently, I just felt better all around, physically, mentally. I felt like I was more active, consistent, I want to say. So I'm super duper excited about that. And emotionally, I'm really not emotional. I feel like I'm choosing peace more these days and trying not to be so like mad about the little stuff or mad about things that I can't change. Where do you see your little family in the next 6 years? We're gonna be in a house, and I'm gonna be a wife. I'm not gonna be a fiance. And also we'll talk about that too. Kids Illy in 6 years will be 13 years old. Oh my gosh, she will be a teenager. No, I don't even want to think about that. She'll be 13. Milo will be 12 because they're a year and 4 months apart. That's scary to think that my freaking kids are gonna be that age one day. It makes me so sad. Apollo will be 6 years. He will be in first grade. That is even crazier. Yeah, I see us being in a home that we love, maybe even more successful than we are now. I hope so. And I hope that Vega is just doing really good. By 6 years, we just have a lot of stuff figured out. Speaking of the wife topic, I know everyone's like, when's the wedding planning? And it's getting there. We are trying to plan it. We've talked about it here and there. I just feel like life kind of got crazy once we had Apollo, and then so many things just keep coming up. We just really just need to take a step back. I want like a small intimate wedding. I would be happy with that. I know it might be a little hard for Jordan because he does have like a bigger family and a lot of close like family friends that he loves so much. So it's just kind of hard, but we'll see. We're gonna figure it out. Maybe next time I'll be able to have more answers for you guys. How do you pick yourself up when you're feeling down? Usually for me, when I'm feeling down, I like to, I don't know, surround myself with my friends or like my sister. Take a bath. Sometimes that helps me. Or I put my music on. You know what I do? I clean. When I'm like super like just down or frustrated, I feel like I just like clean, or like I really like deep clean. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's like it's like therapeutic to me, and I feel like it helps me. I'll just like put some music on. Or even just like making time for yourself too, like when you're feeling down. New goals for the fourth quarter is to be consistent in the gym and be consistent on my channel, because I really want to just be more active on this channel. That's why I made it. But now that the girls are in school and summer break is over, I'm so happy because I can get back to my routine, because having all 3 kids home all day, every day, it gets a little tricky trying to get stuff done, because I feel like as a mom, the kids just genuinely want to ask you for everything. They want to just be your tail. Literally, they just want to follow you around. Not only that, but just like finding a babysitter or trying to figure out like, oh, okay, like who's gonna watch them so I could do this and this. But what are you looking forward to for the rest of the year? Well, now that we are in August, the holidays are coming up, and I'm so excited because I feel like holiday season is the best season. Like Thanksgiving, Christmas, getting together with family, and Apollo's gonna be turning 1 in October. So the rest of this year is going to be very exciting. And this year we are going to be spending Christmas in a cabin. So I'm really looking forward to that because we've never really done anything like that. I'm excited. I think it'll be super fun. I don't know, hopefully it could be a new tradition for us. Because I feel like tradition is super important. I know it's very hard because, you know, like we're used to driving around house to house, making sure everyone sees the kids and like visiting all of our family, which is super duper important to both of us. But it also sucks because we spend most of our holidays in a car. And I don't know, like I just would love to have a year where we get to just not stress or worry about spending time at this person's house for this long and going to this person's house and then making it home so we can like do our own thing for Christmas. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like this year it'll be more relaxing and less stressful trying to drive place to place and be at families' houses for a certain amount of time and making sure that like, you know, they're satisfied because I feel like sometimes you have to satisfy yourself and your family too. And it can be hard and, you know, maybe family might be upset about it, but in the long run, you know, creating memories and tradition for our little family and our kids is important too. So I'm excited about that. How is it juggling a business, being a full-time mommy, and being a full-time wifey? I feel like I kind of touched on that. It is very hard. It is very hard. And me, I am such a procrastinator, so it makes it even more hard for me to get what I need to done. And sometimes I'm like just so over it, you know what I mean? After like cleaning and getting the kids dressed and doing all that stuff, I'm kind of just like burnt out. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. This is a good question. Do you ever wish you didn't have the following you do? I honestly am super duper grateful for the following that I do have because without you guys, we wouldn't be where we are today, obviously. Sometimes it does get kind of tricky because I just feel like there's so much negativity that comes with it. And I feel like also that's a part. I was going through like my little like mental breakdown or like I guess you could say like episode or whatever where I was feeling really rotten. I talked about it earlier. I feel like during that time people were just really coming for me, and in the comments of our YouTube videos on Recent Ray or even like on my TikToks, like, you know, people were coming and body shaming me, which it was something that I was already dealing with because my body did change a lot after having Apollo. I did get a BBL, you guys know this. And after having Apollo, it did change. And so that's something that I was struggling with. And I also just wish that I loved myself a lot more before getting my BBL because I feel like I had a perfect body. I just had a mom pouch. And I feel like that's something that's really hard to lose. It takes a lot of like discipline and working out. But even then, sometimes you really just don't lose that baby fat. And so during that time, I was really just like struggling with my body postpartum. So everything just on top of that, reading the comments, it kind of just like made me very like sad, I feel like. And usually I don't let comments get to me like that, but I feel like after having Apollo and going through postpartum a little bit, you do get those feelings or you miss your old body because you're like, oh my gosh, I just had a baby. Yes, I'm very grateful. I understand that my body's going to change, but like as a woman or just as a human or a person in general, like those are things us humans are never satisfied. We're always going to want more or less, or we're not going to be happy with something, and it's just life. And so I feel like I was just very down on myself. I literally still regret my BBL because I'm like, I just wish I loved myself a little bit more. And I wish I didn't let social media play a big part on me making the decision that I made to get it. But what's done is done. It is what it is. I just hope that I can, like, I don't know, if my daughters ever wanted one in the future, I'd be like, no, please don't do it, because, and you know what's crazy? My manager told me not to do it. Literally, she was like, you're gonna hate it. Don't do it. But I was like, I don't care. I want a big booty. I wanted to be slim, thick. I wanted the flat tummy. I was like, everyone is doing it. I want it. I want a big butt. I want to wear a bikini and feel confident. And now I'm just like, it really wasn't all that. I definitely don't regret my boobs though, because they needed help. If y'all would see my before, I don't even know how. I don't even know how they got to that point. But also, like, I feel like when you put something on the internet, people can see it for how they want to see it, and they don't really see it like how you mean it. So there was like a couple videos that me and Reese did. I shouldn't have said or acted the way I was acting, or even let you guys see us act like that together, because that's not who we are. And I just feel like we should have never, like, for example, there was a video of us talking about marriage, and he said that it wasn't like a priority financially right now to get married. And I was like, well, you know, getting married is a priority. And I just feel like we didn't even talk about it off camera. It was kind of just like a topic that we talked about like on camera. We never like sat down and talked about it. So us bickering at each other or saying what we had to say, there wasn't really a lot of thought that was put into it. So you guys watching it and blowing it way out of proportion, I can see why you guys saw things the way you did. And he had called me like a brat or something like that. And I'm like, that is not us, you know what I mean? Like, we know we're joking, but in your guys' eyes, you guys probably didn't really, like, you guys don't know that. Like, you guys aren't with us 24/7. And so I just felt like, ew. Like, I just started noticing like little things, and I'm just like, I shouldn't go about things that way, or we should never like talk about these things and portray something like, or like speak upon our relationship and speak out of character, because that's not us. We're way stronger than that, and you know, our love really does go way deeper than all of that stuff. So I don't even remember what question I was on that made me talk about all that. I think it was the whole marriage and then getting into like, I don't freaking know. See, this is what happens. I start talking and I go, and I'm like, okay, but why was I even talking about that? Like, what made me bring up A, B, and C? Oh, I don't even know. Honestly, I have no clue. But I hope that made sense. When I watch this back, I hope it makes sense. Can you get your boobs done before kids? Do you recommend it? I feel like you can. There's so many people that have got their boobs done before having kids, and their boobs still look really good. I think it all just depends on you. I know that sometimes like they will get a little bit like saggy, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I can't tell you. I've never like experienced it. I mean, I know friends that have boob jobs and they breastfed and they had babies and their boobs look so good still. So I think it just depends on you and what you want. What's your signature scent? Oh my gosh, if you guys know me, I mean, I have some of my perfumes up here. I have always been a perfume girly. Like going to school, I always had Victoria's Secret or Bath and Body Works or my little roll-on sprays. Like perfume has just been a part of me. I love perfume. My signature scent would probably be, I feel like it's changed a couple times. It used to be like the Burberry Her. That one is definitely my favorite. And then my other favorite is Mason Francis fragrance. It's called the A La Rose. I always say Della Rose. I don't know why, but it's the A La Rose. It's a very like floral, clean, like just, it's just a really, really good smell. But I would say one of those two scents are definitely like my signature smell, like my go-to. Like I'm consistently like having to rebuy that bottle. Like I've had both scents probably like 3 times each, because those are like my go-to. Like I love those scents so much. What is something looking back when you were 15 you could have told yourself about now? Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like I would tell my 15-year-old self that, what was I doing at 15? I was a sophomore in high school. I don't know. I was 15. I'm 25, so that's been like 10 years. Imagine 20 years. That's been 10 years. So, I would tell my 15-year-old self that you are going to have I don't even know. You're going to have a family. You're going to be successful. You're going to find a partner that really, really loves you. I could have told myself at 15, no. Literally, my camera overheated and shut off. But if I could prepare my 15-year-old self for my mom and dad's like separation, I would definitely do that, because honestly, it was really hard. And I feel like to this day, I still kind of struggle with it, because my dad was like my best friend, and I just feel like I very rarely see him now, and he has a girlfriend, spending all his time with his girlfriend, which is whatever. It's probably normal, because when you first date someone, you just want to be with them. And they like met at work. Anyways, I'm not gonna get messy. They met at work and got together, so that's that. And so I feel like because of her, he doesn't really come around a lot. But yeah, I wish I could have been prepared for that, because I feel like it's probably the hardest thing to do, I don't know, that I've ever had experience, is to have to see my mom hurt. And I don't know, I just never thought they would ever separate. They were together for like 22, 23 years. I don't know, I guess I also just didn't expect that mine and my dad's relationship would kind of drift away, because he was, like I said, literally my best friend. And now sometimes I just feel like I don't even know what's really going on with him, or, you know, he doesn't really know a lot about like what's going on like with me. And, you know, it is what it is. I feel like sometimes life can do that, and it'll take you away from things that are important. And then, you know, one day you're gonna wake up and just like realize, because I know me personally, like I've done that before too. Like I had to like sit back and just like realize what really was important. And, you know, there was so much wasted time, but it is what it is. If I could, I would tell my 15-year-old self that. It's for aspiring content creators and couples. Be consistent. Just be super duper consistent. I know I struggle with that, but that's all I can really say. And don't give up. Don't care what people are saying. Don't care about their opinions. Just do what makes you happy and what you're comfortable with, because growth is never comfortable. Never comfortable. What is your biggest motivation? I would say, I feel like it's so typical for a mom to say this, but it is my kids. And I feel like I live for my kids. I love them so much. And I would say, honestly, my biggest motivation is my family. Like, I just want to live a very happy and successful life with my fiance and my kids. So yeah, and I just want to give my kids everything that I didn't have. So that's my goal. They're my motivation. I don't know if you can hear my fan. I have to have the fan on to cool this camera down, so I really hope you guys cannot hear it. If you do, I'm sorry. Just a little fan ASMR moment. What would be a deal breaker in your relationship? What's one thing that you won't stand? I would say probably cheating. I don't know. There's some people that are like, oh, like, I could, you know, forgive them and blah, blah, blah. But then I'm just like, I don't know, because cheating is something very, very hard that you have to like get over. And I feel like as a woman, like we think like, okay, well, why did you do it? Like, what about her did you like? Or what did she give you that I couldn't give you? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it plays with your head and you start to think, and it makes it hard. And then you nag at your partner and you're just like, you know, it's just never a good feeling. It's never something good you want to experience. So I would probably say that. Yeah. All right, the camera shut off on me again, and I don't know where I was or what I was talking about, because honestly my brain is like just all scrambled up. It's probably all the Molly you take. I'm just kidding. Yeah guys, that is it for my first video. I loved chatting with you guys. If you're new to my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you're notified, or make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn your post notification bell on so you're notified every single time I post a video. And yeah, you're gonna love it here. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.